Well, hello there. So I don't know how to, I never know how to start a video. So I've already like gotten to like 6,300 something subscribers, I think. But this is my 6,000 subscriber video. So take it or leave it. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing 60 facts about myself for 6,000 subscribers. And I tried to make these somewhat interesting. Like, I didn't want to do stuff that I would have already mentioned on here that most people might already know. So they're pretty random, most of them. So you know, I guess they're just like fun facts. You know, like, I don't know. It's really hard to come up with, honestly. I'm not that interesting, but you know, I don't really like making stuff that's really like self-centered around me anyways, but it is my channel and a few people said that they'd like to see this, so I will do it. So yeah, I don't even really know how to transition into this, so we're just gonna start. The first few facts are a little more, you know, basic. You know, long time viewers probably already know this stuff, but I had to come up with 60 of these, so forgive me, and there's maybe some people that don't. So beginning with number one, my birthday is February 26th, 2008. If there's anything I like about myself, which is not many things, it is my birthday. Like, the date, it just sounds right. It looks right. I love to write it. I love to say it, like 2/26/08. Maybe it's because it's all even numbers, I don't know, but I think it is the best day to be born on possible. I'm just saying. And number two, again, you guys probably already know this, but maybe some people don't, probably, but my name is Addison, if you didn't know. I used to really hate it, and I don't even know why. Now I've come to terms a little bit more with it. It's not even like, it doesn't even have any meaning, you know? Like, my mom just like, I literally asked her and she was just like, I don't know, I just like saw it somewhere and just like thought, yeah. Alright, next. Number three, I am left-handed, but I play guitar right-handed. It just feels more natural to me that way. Honestly, I feel like it should be the other way around, because fretting with your dominant hand makes more sense to me. Like I've tried to like hold a left-handed guitar, like it just feels wrong. A left-handed guitar does, I don't know why. So, you know, it makes things easier at least, you know, like finding a guitar. But then I'm kind of sad because it's like, I just look like everybody else and nobody knows that I'm like a part of the 10 or 11% or however many it is that are left-handed, you know? Okay, number four, my height is 5 feet and 6 inches. Which it's funny because I've actually had multiple people that thought I was like really short or something because my guitar looks so huge on me, but I'm not that small of a person. Like I've always been quite tall ever since I was little. And just in general, like not just with height, but like I've never been a very small person. I'm like 95% leg, so I guess my guitar is just really big because I don't know. Alright, and number five, my favorite day of the week is Thursday. And that is because, okay, there is a reason. The anticipation on a Thursday of it being Friday the next day is almost better than it actually being Friday. Cause like, you know, on Thursday you're like all pumped up, it's like, oh yeah, tomorrow, you know, it's the weekend, you know? And I like that better than it actually being a Friday or even a Saturday or Sunday. Wednesday's a close second because Wednesday you're also like, all right, I've made it to the middle of the week, you know, I'm almost there. So yeah, I like Thursdays the best. Alright, next fact is that I have a birthmark on my leg. And there it is. It actually is a lot darker in real life than it shows on camera, which is kind of funny. But yeah. Alright, number seven is that I learned how to read when I was 2 years old. People often don't believe me when I say this, but all I have to say to that is, do you think I remember? This is just my mom's recollection, okay? Like, Would she lie to me? No, but I mean, I've always been like really good when it comes to like reading and writing and words. So, you know. But yeah, I could pretty much read before I really talked much. And as a toddler, I just like soaked up information like a sponge. And my mom realized that, so then she started just like teaching me all she could, you know. So, you know, I kind of peaked at that point, and, you know, ever since then it was just all downhill. All right, next, number 8, I'm a huge perfectionist. I have mentioned this, and even without directly saying it, you could probably pick that up from what I've said in other videos. But yeah, I've been that way ever since I was little, and it's quite frustrating because it's almost like two clashing sides, because I've always been a very creative person, but being such a perfectionist kind of ruins creativity, and I know that, but I can't really help it. So, you know, even when I was like 5 years old, you know, doing a coloring sheet, if I got one little bit of crayon outside the lines, that I'm done. I can't color anymore. I crumple up the paper and I throw it away, and then I just cry for the next 20 minutes. So, you know, maybe that manifests in different ways now, although, to be fair, every time I do color something, I have kind of a similar reaction still. And it's not even just with like, you know, stuff like that, creative endeavors, even just everyday stuff, I'm very particular about, and it kind of sucks, because, you know, deep down, I am a pretty, like, chill person. Like, I don't care a whole lot. So, like, I don't want to care so much, but yet I do? I don't know. Alright, number 9 is that I have a younger sister, and we're 6 years apart. So, she's 11 years old right now, and we're really quite close. I feel like, the larger age gap actually makes us closer in a way, because there really isn't a whole lot to like fight about, if that makes sense. Like, we've never really had that, you know, before. Like, I mean, we'll like banter about something every so often, but like, we've never really had like a real big argument. Like, you know, I mean, besides like when she was like really little, you know, like a toddler and stuff, and like she was annoying, and I get frustrated with her, but like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, you know, we're pretty close, and she's also just, you know, a bit mature for her age, probably because of having an older sibling, and she's always been that way, so it's like, you know, we've always kind of hung out together. I just needed to interrupt this for a second, because there's something I wanted to show that I completely forgot about. And this is Pedro the pufferfish. I got him for Christmas. It is a real, well, dead pufferfish. And isn't it so cool? Look at him. He's got little googly eyes. So my mom sent me a video of like a pufferfish or something. Like, someone had caught one. It was just like some random thing. She just thought it was cool and sent me it like 3 years ago. And I never really seen a pufferfish before. Like, I knew what they were, but like I never really like seen one, except for like in Minecraft, which if you've ever seen a Minecraft pufferfish, well, it's not very interesting looking. And I just thought it was really cool. And my mom was like, oh yeah, I used to have this like pufferfish, dead pufferfish thing I got from like the beach or something. And I was like, no way, really, I want one of those. And so ever since then, we have searched far and wide to try to find a pufferfish, you know, because like they usually have that stuff at like kind of souvenir stores when you're like near a beach or something. So we searched to no avail. And for Christmas, I finally got a pufferfish. My mom had to find like a taxidermist and bought me a pufferfish. So yeah, he's really sharp. Like, it hurts to touch this. So you have to like hold it by this. But yeah, I don't know why I wanted this, but now I am in possession of a pufferfish, and he is amazing. So everybody, worship Pedro, okay? And thank you to my mother for finding me a pufferfish for Christmas. Anyways, sorry, I just had to mention that. Fact number 10, my zodiac sign is Pisces. I do not know what that means. I don't really care about that stuff. The only reason I know it is because, like, have you ever seen those videos made by like some 10-year-old where it'll be like your zodiac sign soulmate or whatever, and it's like, you just gotta know. Like, I gotta know which one is paired with mine. So that's the only reason I've ever looked it up. but yeah, so I don't really know much more. Alright, number 11, I love rain and thunderstorms. I mean, any bad weather. Like, when there's a tornado warning, I am, like, celebrating. Which, I mean, luckily, I've never experienced, like, when we get, like, a tornado warning, I mean, it's nothing, it's kind of an overreaction. Like, I've been lucky to never, like, actually experience, you know, real severe weather like that. So, that is why I get happy about it. But, I love sleeping when it's storming. It always like puts me to sleep. I also love going for walks when it's rainy or when it's storming. It's just such a vibe, and it's nice because nobody else is out, and I just like it. All right, number 12 is that I have a cat named Cassie. You guys have probably seen her, but I don't know if you knew her name. So her name's Cassie. I got her back in 2017, and she is 10 years old. She's an old lady. All right, number 13 is that I don't know how to ride a bike, and I don't plan to learn either. So when I think it was my 7th birthday, I don't really remember, but my parents got me a bike for my birthday, and I was honestly kind of surprised because it wasn't something I asked for, and like I'm grateful for it. Like, I was cool with it. Like, I liked it, you know? But I actually didn't even get to ride it because that year, when it was my birthday, like, we were stuck inside because it, like, snowed, and I couldn't ride it because everything was, like, froze over, like ice. But once I did get to ride it, I had a ball on it with the training wheels, and I just ride in circles around our backyard. Because in the house we lived in at the time, the backyard, it was like a patio. Like, it wasn't grass, it was like concrete. And so I would just ride in circles around there. Had a great time, you know. I didn't need to. I was content with that. Then my mom and my grandma were like, no, you have to learn how to ride it for real. And when I was a little kid, I was like really cautious and careful. Like, I was terrified of getting hurt. I still am to an extent, but not quite as much. So, you know, when they said this, I was like, I really did not want to, but they made me, and they took off the training wheels, and they took me out to try and learn, and it just did not work. I couldn't get it down. And the thought of trying to balance on the bike just like freaked me out, and eventually I was like, I can't do this, I'm done. And we could never get the training wheels back onto the bike, so I never rode it again. I think it's still somewhere. We still have it somewhere. And yeah, I have never had the need to ride a bike ever since then, so I don't plan on it. I did ride a mean scooter though, like with the neighborhood kids going down the road. I'd pop some wheelies on that thing. So I didn't need a bike. Like, I rode that scooter till I was like way too tall, and I'd like bend down to like hold on to the handle thing. All right, fact number 14, my playlist is currently 132 hours and 31 minutes long, and it has 2,504 songs on it. Needless to say, I do not play it on shuffle. I handpick what I want to listen to while I'm listening to stuff. Most of the time, because I've already kind of got it set in my head anyway. And this playlist has been my playlist since I like pretty much began getting into music and playing guitar and stuff like really heavily. So it's got stuff on there that I haven't listened to in years, and I don't ever plan to listen to again, but I can't bring myself to delete it for some reason. I don't know why, I just can't delete it, so you know, whatever. All right, number 15, I naturally am really good at expressing myself through writing. Again, that comes back to the whole reading and writing stuff. That's just what I'm best at. And that's, I don't know, I just always have been, so. And I often express myself better through writing than through words. Like, my mouth doesn't work quite as fast as my mind does, so I often just can't get out what I'm really wanting to say, because I end up just like going off on some other tangent, or I don't know. So, but when I write, I can get it out a lot better, so. All right, number 16, I love giant scary roller coasters. Any adrenaline-inducing ride, I love. Which again is quite strange, like I said, because I'm like quite a careful person, but I don't know, I just love them. Like, I have like a fear of missing out when it comes to that stuff. Like, I always think, I told my mom this and she hates it because she's like, don't say that. Like, I'd rather go on some really giant crazy roller coaster and die on that than go home and be mad at myself because I didn't write it. And that's a bit extreme, but I mean, it's kind of true. But yeah, so I just love like getting off of it, like the rush after that. It's really fun. All right, number 17 is that my hands are always freezing cold, which I'm always cold in general, but especially my hands. Like, even when I don't physically feel it, like other people will be like, oh my gosh, your hands are so cold, and I'm like, sorry, like, I don't know what to tell you. All right, number 18. This one, people have genuinely gotten mad at me for, and I don't know why, because it really is like, okay. But, is that I hate dogs. I really do, and I never have liked them. I've been traumatized by dogs, okay? Like, this is my origin story. So, when I was like, I guess I was 3? I guess I was probably 3. And it was my cousin's birthday party, and I guess he was turning 2. I don't really know. Doesn't really apply, but we were at his house, and at the time, they had a dog, but then they were taking care of somebody else's dog, which I didn't actually know until a while later. My mom told me. I thought it was their dog, but it was not. It was somebody else's, and this dog was, 1, it was really huge. 2, it was really like mean and aggressive and scary. Like when we would go over there, like they had to lock that dog in the bedroom because it was just crazy. But so we were outside in their backyard, and that dog started like chasing me. And I mean, I already didn't like dogs. See, I was just born hating them, okay? And I freaked out because 1, nobody noticed at first except me, and so I was like running away from this dog, and it was gaining on me, and I was like, I mean, my little 3-year-old legs, you can't go very far, and nobody really did anything, for a sec. But then I guess people finally noticed. I don't know, but it was still chasing me, and it got right up to me. It like, I could feel it graze my ear with its like mouth, and then somebody got it. So ever since then, I've really disliked them, and I've had many other experiences where other people's dogs just like tackle me to the ground, and I don't know why. Like, it's like, or bite me some way or another, and it's like, I have very good reason to dislike them. They're loud, they're smelly, they don't leave you alone, they don't understand personal space. Like, I don't, like I just want to walk in somebody's house without their dog sticking its nose in my crotch. Is that too much to ask for? But regardless, like you could probably just tell by my demeanor, just like talking about them just like makes me upset because that's how much I dislike them. So we'll move on to keep things light. Number 19 is that I've worn glasses since before I was even 2 years old. My mom always says 18 months to be exact, but it's like, who knows how long 18 months is? I don't know. Like do I go around telling people I'm 204 months old now? Like, no. I haven't worn them in a long time, cause I should be, but I don't. I can see fine, it's just I have a lazy eye, and you probably could tell in some videos, because sometimes I go kind of wonky, especially when I'm tired. Like sometimes I get home and I look in the mirror and it's like, whoa. But yeah, so I don't know how they expected to get glasses on a baby like that age, and it didn't go well for a while, but eventually, I wore them, I guess. My mom always said, when I would like get upset, the first thing that would happen is just I would yank off the glasses and throw them to the ground. All right, number 20, I cannot eat gluten. I'm allergic. I've been gluten-free since I was 4, and it's honestly a lot easier now. Like, I don't miss out on a whole lot. Like, back then, there was really nothing, so my mom just, like, made everything at home, because I couldn't really eat anything out, you know? Like, they didn't have, like, the bread or, like, the pizza or, you know, whatever. But now, I mean, we go to the store and find all kinds of stuff, so yay for that. All right, fact number 21 is that I like listening more than talking, which might seem kind of contradictory because I'm doing talking right now. But, you know, in conversations, because I'm not very good at conversations, I can talk a lot about things I like, but just general small talk, I am useless. So I just let most people talk and just listen to them for the most. And then once they're done talking, it is a bit awkward because I never really know what to say, even though I've been listening the entire time. I enjoy listening to people talk about what they like and stuff, even if it isn't something that I really care about. So, right, number 22, this one is a really random one, but I was really racking my brain for something. I am insanely good at Wii Sports bowling. I suck at real bowling, like I'm terrible at bowling, but Wii Sports bowling, I beat everybody. And the only reason I know this is because when I was like 4, my uncle let us borrow his Wii for a bit. And so, you know, my mom and my dad and me, you know, we play some Wii Sports, and I just like smoked everybody in bowling. And, you know, I had lost every other game because I was like 4 years old and sucked at them all, but for some reason, I beat my parents in bowling. And I don't know how, I don't have any technique. It just happens, so the more you know. All right, number 23 is that I walk for at least an hour every day, and I've been doing it for like 5 years now. Yeah, I started in like December of 2020. And yeah, it's just relaxing to me really, and I like, you know, listening to music while walking, or sometimes I will, if I'm brave enough, I'll just walk alone with my thoughts. And yeah, I like going at night. One, mostly because I don't want to see any people and I just want to be alone. But I also like going at night because the vibes, it's just better that way. All right, number 24, I did ballet and tap dancing classes when I was little. My mom just signed me up for them when I was younger because she did them when she was little. I didn't really ask to do it, but I mean, I enjoyed it for a while until I didn't. And I wanted to quit, but then my mom didn't let me quit. She made me do 1 more year, and then she was like, okay, you can quit. So I did it from when I was like probably 3-ish to when I was like 8. All right, number 25 is another one that people have genuinely gotten mad over, and I don't understand why. And that is that I hate chocolate. I've never liked it. I think it tastes bad. It's bitter to me. It isn't sweet. And I'm not talking about dark chocolate, although that is even worse, but like milk chocolate. Like a Hershey bar is like my worst enemy. It is disgusting to me. Like the only things I can kind of, like I'm okay with are like chocolate milk. That's all right. That's okay. Chocolate cake, not too bad either. Although when I'm done eating it, I need like a drink of something because it just like makes my mouth all dry. Ugh. And then like chocolate chips and like a cookie, although I don't like it and I usually try to like eat around them, you know, it's bearable. But I really just tolerate those things. I'm not a huge fan of them. But just like plain chocolate, like candy, ugh. All right, number 26. We're getting close to halfway there. Is that I like sciencey things a lot, like biology related. Particularly like I've always been really interested in like anatomy ever since I was little. Like when I was like a toddler, like I had a whole human body book, you know. I don't really know why it interests me, but it does. And I actually just got a new one for Christmas because I went to the library one time and started reading one, and then I wanted to check it out, and they wouldn't let me check it out for some reason. I forgot what they said the reason was for why, but I think it was a stupid reason. All right, fact number 27 is that my middle name is Grace. It's very boring. I don't like it. Again, it doesn't even have any meaning. Thanks, Mom. And I just don't like it. So don't address me by it, please. Thank you. All right, number 26 is that I cannot whistle. And I'm not going to attempt to do it because that would be embarrassing. But yeah, just another thing to add to the list of seemingly normal and easy things that I cannot do. All right, 29. My ears are not pierced. And here's your proof. Actually, you cannot see my ear. Nothing there. I actually did get them pierced when I was 8. I went to Claire's, you know, good old Claire's. And I had them for a few months, and I don't know what it was. It was weird. So the aftercare, I guess, they give you the little solution or whatever you use, but then they tell you while you're using that to twist the earring like in your ear or in the hole of your ear, you know? And I don't know why that is, because when my sister got her ears pierced, which they say Claire's is like the worst place to do it. So my mom took her to like a tattoo shop, like for real, and they did it with like a needle, not just like the gun thing or whatever. But she didn't have to do that. And twisting those earrings around was so painful. Genuinely, it was the worst feeling, and I don't know what the point of it was. Like, I don't know what that was, like, I don't even know why you would do that. So, yeah, it was kind of miserable already. And so, once you get to, like, I forgot what the time was, but after a certain point, they tell you, okay, you can take the earrings out, switch them, you know, have them out for a bit maybe, but you can't leave them out for, like, too long, you know, you can't just go days without them or whatever, I don't know. So I was at my grandparents' house and we went swimming. So I took the earrings out to go swimming. I forgot to put them back in. By the time we get back home, it's nighttime and it's time to go to bed. I just went to bed without the earrings. And I woke up the next day, tried to put some earrings in, and it closed up completely, like there was nothing there. I don't know how that happened that fast, but it did, and honestly, I was relieved, because it was awful. So yeah, I have no wish to do it again because it's something so small, like I'm not looking at people's ears, I don't really notice it, so it's like, why bother? Alright, number 30, halfway there. Next fact is that I am very indecisive. I don't know could practically be considered my catchphrase at this point because it's just like my go-to answer. Like even with small things, actually even more with small things, like I'm hungry, trying to decide what to eat. It's like a life or death situation for me. Alright, number 31 is that I don't eat any fast food, and I haven't for like probably around 2 years at this point. It really, I mean, I don't even crave it. Like I don't like the smell. It's too greasy for me. You know, being gluten-free, there's not a lot I can have anyway, so it's like really, it doesn't bother me that much. I don't know. Just don't eat it. Alright, 32 is that I played the flute in middle school band, and I use the term played very loosely because I did not know how to play that thing at all. I couldn't even figure out how to blow into the whole thing to get a note out, you know? Because there's a very specific way, like you have to shape your mouth to do it, and I couldn't get that down. I only chose it because my friend, she chose to play the flute, and you know, all the different instruments, you know, are in sections, and I just wanted to be able to sit next to her, so you know. Right, number 33 is that I still don't know how to drive. Like, I'm not even past, like, the practicing in a parking lot stage. I'm really awful. Like, it is a safety hazard to be in the car with me. I just don't have quick enough reaction time. I'm not good at, like, and, like, I can't multitask to, like, think, okay, I've got to, 1, press on the gas, I've got to 2, turn on the turn signal, then I've got to actually steer and turn, but then I've got to, like, it's hopeless. Alright, number 34. My mom hates when I bring this up, but I kind of take it in stride. I'm kind of proud of it. Is that I almost died as an infant. I really couldn't catch a break when I was little. So I had, like, sleep apnea as a baby, and I don't really know. I mean, I'm fine now. Like, it went away. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Basically, you know, I stopped breathing, for a little bit, and then I obviously, continued breathing at some point because here I am now. Unless I really didn't make it and this is all just a dream, I don't know. Alright, number 35 is that I'm fascinated with technology and stuff to do with computers. I quite like that stuff. I don't really have more to say about it. So, fact number 36 is that I hate math, but I love to do it purely out of spite. Like, I can't let the numbers win. Like, I will sit there and for however long until I can figure out the problem. Like, I've had to be practically dragged away from a worksheet when it's like, no, I'm almost done. Which I used to hate math because I wasn't good at it and I didn't understand it. But all it took was just one person to sit down with me and explain it. Because throughout school, nobody had ever done that for me. And it's kind of crazy to think that, but nobody had ever done that. And once I got that, then I was like, wait, I love this. Like, it's like a puzzle. So, and I love like having to apply different formulas for stuff because it's really quite easy. You know, you just have to know, you know, the steps, and then, you know, you just put in whatever numbers, you know, for your problem into the formula, and it's like, wow. All right, fact number 37 is that I have no tonsils. I got them taken out when I was 9. And, you know, it wasn't that bad, really. They gave me a purple popsicle after. It was pretty chill. It does make your breath smell like awful while it's healing, though, and that was like terrible because I would just spent all day just like brushing my teeth, I mean, in the bathroom, because it was like I could taste it. All right, number 38 is that I broke my wrist when I was 8. Funnily enough, it was actually leap year that year, so it was on February 29th. All right. Fact number 39, my mom almost named me Lily, but changed her mind last minute. She says that she thought it was just like too dainty for me, like it just didn't fit. So she named me Addison instead. And I liked her so much that I wanted to get a cat and name it Lily. And that was my plan when I got my cat, but Lily did not fit my cat. Cassie was her name originally, and that fit much better. She was not a Lily. All right, number 40, contrary to my music taste, is that I hate loud noises. I really hate any noises, but especially loud ones. All right, fact number 41. Again, this one is quite random, but when I was younger, I really wanted to be an actress. I don't know why. I don't know what the inspiration was for this, and I don't really care anymore. Like, that wouldn't be what I would say. When I was really little, I would literally spend all day, like, in character of, you know, like my favorite characters, and I would act out the entire movie. Sometimes I'd make my mom do it with me. My main one was Toy Story. I really liked Toy Story, so I'd be like Jessie from Toy Story, and I would just like be in character all day. Like I was not Addison, I was Jessie. Like, even one time someone asked me what my name was and I told them it was Jessie. Another one was Tinkerbell. I really liked Tinkerbell. All right, number 42 is that I really like rocks and like gemstones. And the only reason is just I like to touch them. I like how they feel. Just like you know, I like, you know, like souvenir stores mostly, I think, where they have the little like thing and it has all these rocks in them, and you can like get a pouch and fill it up and then you can buy them. Like, I eat those up. Like, I immediately am just digging through and feeling every single rock, and it's probably really gross because like so many people have touched them, but like I love it. So I don't really know much about them or anything, I just like how they feel. All right, number 43 is that I'm very easily startled. Like, very easily. Like, if someone comes up behind me, I don't realize they're there, and then I turn around and I see them, like, it takes me like a good 20 minutes to calm down from that. My own sneezes startle me. Fact number 44 is that my favorite color is pink. Although I have been kind of leaning towards purple lately. Purple's kind of cool too. Alright, I'm moving through these a little quicker now because some of these I don't really have much else to add. Next is that I don't eat dairy. I mean, it's not really that hard either because like I don't really eat a lot to begin with, but they have like vegan fake cheese now, so like, you know, I've had some grilled cheeses with that. It's pretty good. At first it was really bad and it smelled really weird, but now I guess the recipe has gotten better because it's not as bad now. And they also have these like vegan Baby Bell cheese now, which is quite cool, and they're pretty good. Because like Baby Bell cheese is like top tier. I love those. Alright, number 46 is that I love watching like hour-plus long video essays on YouTube about the most like random topics. Like, I'll just go down a rabbit hole. I'll put them on in the background while I'm doing something else, you know? It's just, I don't know. I enjoy that stuff. Alright, fact number 47. This is another one of those things that most people like, but I do not for some reason, is that I hate coffee. I don't like the taste of it, no matter how much sugar and cream or whatever else you want to put in it. It still tastes awful to me, kind of like chocolate. I hate the smell of coffee too. That's almost worse than the taste. And caffeine doesn't even really do anything to me, so it's kind of pointless. So yeah, I don't like it. Alright, 48 is that I get lost in thought a lot. I'm one of those people that I can just sit and stare at the wall, and it looks like I'm doing nothing, but my brain is just going 100 miles an hour. And that can be good and bad. Most of the time it's bad, but sometimes it's good. Very little, sometimes. 49, getting closer. I always have a billion random bruises that I have no clue how I got. It was really bad when I was little. It's not so much anymore, but like, I don't do that much, so I don't know how I get them, but I just do. And my mom will be like there'll be some like really big ugly bruise on like my arm or something, and my mom will be like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "You're asking the wrong person." All right, number 50. We just got 10 more to go. And that is, I do not like being dishonest. I really value like being genuine, and I don't like disingenuous people, you know, and just anybody or anything that just seems fake, kind of. So I really don't like lying, even though sometimes that does more harm than good. Oftentimes don't realize that until it's too late, but yeah. All right, number 51 is that I have synesthesia, and that is where you can like smell colors or see or like taste different words and stuff like that. And I could see like colors for numbers, which I thought everybody could do that, but apparently not, because there's a name for it. And my sister loves this. Like, she'll just ask me like, what color is like 63? And 63 is like a yellowy kind of like orange, like almost kind of like tangerine-ish. I don't know how to describe it. I'll put the color up so I can show you. But yeah, so I don't know. Is it really a thing that everybody can do? I feel like I'm not that special, but I don't know. All right, 52 is that I used to draw a lot when I was younger, but I sort of stopped. Again, perfectionism getting the best of me. Yeah, I loved to draw when I was really little. I would draw and illustrate and write my own little like books. You know, I'd staple pieces of paper together, and yeah, but I would get frustrated with it a lot because it just wasn't good enough, and so eventually I just kind of stopped, and I kind of lost my skill, which kind of sucks, but oh well. All right, 53 is that I hate slow walkers. I am one that just books it. You know, I have no reason to walk slow. I like walking fast. All right, number 54 is that all cats seem to like me. You know, in my neighborhood, I'm buddies with most of the cats, which there's quite a few. Except there's a couple that I still kind of need to win over, but we're working on it. But especially my neighbor's cat. My neighbor's cat is obsessed with me. He waits for me when I go out to walk, or he'll find me while I'm walking, and we'll sit on my driveway for a while together. But yeah, I'm just a cat magnet. I don't know. All right, number 55, 5 left. This fact is that I hate talking on the phone. I hate being on the phone. I hate texting. I hate talking in real life too, but at least, you know, because when you're texting, especially, you don't hear them, so you don't know the tone of voice, and, you know, you can't actually see them. And then on the phone, you can't see them, and then it's hard to see, like, when you're supposed to talk, because then you just end up like talking over each other, at least I do, and it's just like, I don't know what to say. It's just awkward. I don't like it. So, you know, I'm not the one to call if there is an emergency, because my phone is perpetually on Do Not Disturb, so you will not get help from me. All right. Fact number 56 is that I have a great memory when it comes to random, obscure, and useless facts, but not so much for actually like important or useful things. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. All right, number 57 is that I'm very close with my cousins. Well, on my mom's side. I mean, I'm the oldest one, and we're all pretty close in age. And ever since all of them were born, I mean, we've hung out together, so, you know, it's cool. All right, we're almost there. Number 58 is that I don't like being angry. It just doesn't feel like me. I don't like it. Again, I'm a very chill person. So, and I'm also one that often, you know, kind of bottles things up until it's like one minor inconvenience just like tips me over, and then I'm really angry, and then it seems like kind of, you know, like, you know, why are you so angry over this small thing? Like, it's kind of an overreaction, but it's like, no, it wasn't that. It was like all these other things. But I do not like it. All right, and number 59 is that, I barely ever play guitar with my amp on. Pretty much only just for videos. All right, and finally, number 60, and that is I don't like just listening to music, and I often have to like be doing something else while listening. I mean, I can, but like it's not as enjoyable. I can almost focus on music better when I'm doing something else. Like either riding in the car, like looking out the window, or like, you know, walking, going for a walk, or like putting a record on and like cleaning my room. I don't know, I just enjoy it better that way. And that is all the facts. This took forever. Like I said in my last video, I have recorded this before, but I somehow did not end up with enough facts. I had 58 instead of 60, and that was dumb, but here we are. So yeah, hope if you made it to the end of this video, wow, cause I feel like nobody really want to watch this, but thank you, and yeah. I don't really know what else to say, and I'm like losing steam here, and I just need to like go and sit in silence for a while, because even though I'm just talking to the camera, it is somehow exhausting. But thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and thank you for subscribing. This is really cool, and yeah.